Hi, this is Just Saying again. I came back on because I forgot to talk about, see, this is a blog, first of all, again, and it is also news and politics, more or less, and people's blogs as well, because some things are personal about me. So I ended it with a statement of loving yourself endlessly, forever and ever and ever. No one else does that better than you do. But I was listening to Dr. Watkins the other day, and he was talking about how, and I didn't know this, just to let you know, as much as I read about history and black history and try to find the right things, because when we do our searches, all of that is fake. Boy, they really go through the whole thing and change the whole thing. And then you would never know that they were black. You would never know that the Cleopatras are black women. Dark black. Okay. In Egypt. I don't know. I feel thankful that I am who I am. My grandfather was the bomb. And I'm glad that I learned from him the history of African American history. But Dr. Watkins mentioned something that is very bad. I'm going to look over here. And the Constitution, and I want to remind you, everybody that's black, white, I don't care who it is, Hispanic, Latino, whatever you're trying to do, that Constitution has a big message. And all of 15 people that wrote that Constitution were slave owners. Now, like my grandfather did tell me, you don't have to do a lot of research. You don't have to do a lot of book planning and reading and all of that. You really don't. Not unless you really want to find out some dates. And you may not. You may not find out the real things now because they're so hidden, thrown away, blown away, everything, to try to hide that black people actually were the civilization on this earth. All around. And if it was like that, then you know Jesus was not white or anything else, that he was black. And you know that that's common sense. That's not, I never argue with anybody over that. Never. So, if the Constitution was written by 15 slave owners, 15 or 16 slave owners, then we were doomed from the start. We've been going through all these marches and all of this stuff. If they don't change the Constitution, it's always going to be a problem for people of color. Same for immigrants too, As long as that Constitution says, exist, then they can come up with policies and bills that are so unfair and unbalanced because the Constitution was unbalanced. And as long as it's like that, I don't care what we do. So what should your goal be? Let's modify that Constitution. Whoever is doing that is the bomb, because otherwise the black on Black Lives Matter should probably get into that. I'm supposed to go to a meeting that has something to do with that. Black Lives Matter. I'm really for that. But please modify that Constitution. Otherwise, where are you going to get the rights from? The Constitution blocks you from everything. So when that president said it's the law, he was right. He's well trained. So well trained. If college does that, that's real bad. That's real bad. Racism will be cured when black people can sit around, not just white people or people of other cultures. When black people can sit around and talk about themselves. When black people can say, I came from this tribe, I came from that tribe. When black people can actually admit that they're black. That they were the first of all civilizations was black civilization. And to find and seek. When black people start doing that, then we may come up with some different results. Black people. When we can talk with each other. Right now, there's so many exits. So many exits that there's no possible way at all. And when I saw how bad it was when I did Just Saying, doing the about Obama Nation. Yeah, in my own family, I just said so. Some people want to go with the winners, and no matter what the winner is doing, they don't care if the winner done kicked them in the butt. They don't care. They just want to holler and scream. Some people don't know any better. They don't know. That's how I have to realize all the time. I don't have arguments with people. I'm going to die with my knowledge. It's not going nowhere. And when I read the wrong thing, I know that it's wrong, so I go to something else. I overlook it. When I see something in Hollywood, like Cleopatra, why would they make and all of the people white? I knew that was wrong. I knew that was wrong. I'm sorry. Elizabeth Taylor was the bomb actress, but that was so incorrect. And Hollywood does that on a steady basis. When we talk about Illuminati, when I looked at Illuminati, a lot of the symbols are from ancient civilizations, such as black civilizations. So they actually went and gave us another spirituality to follow, and took ours and gained power on it. They tried to gain power on it because they knew it was powerful. That's what happened. They knew it was powerful, but we don't know. For some reason we don't have the knowledge. We don't really know how powerful we are. The type of people that we were passed on, and here we are. I believe in science more than of how we got here and how we exist. And if that's true, then the atoms that made me a black woman at this particular time. But when this black woman body rests, then the next group of atoms could be a blue-eyed blonde. So when they say that we did come from our ancestors, we did come from people like us today, but could you have been something else before? And the things that trigger science also, I love Neil Tyson, Mr. Tyson, Dr. Tyson. I'm gonna say he's a wonderful scientist, and what he is saying is true. That the universe is within us. It's within us. So if it's within us, then we're doing, there's certain things that are going on that's creating us on a consistent basis. On a consistent basis. So that means that we could be different race, or a different position, a different job, a different family, and probably had many families. I know I cried over my brother, but how many brothers did I have for my soul? Now they call it atoms. I believe in the soul, and that soul never dies either. It never dies. But I'm talking about, did we play different roles in different lifetimes? Would it be hard to look back on our ancestors? Wouldn't it be hard if we didn't know in this lifetime was I white, black, Japanese, whatever? Really? We know it never ends. So when it evolves again, what will you be? You know? The black civilization, maybe all of that they took were facts that were for the blacks that are black now. For us. But was it for the good that we don't hold on to our ancestors? Because we may not have been in another lifetime, in this lifetime, our ancestors. But in another lifetime, were we white? Japanese? Russian? Armenian? That's why I like science better. I don't know their answers. And then the empty spots, when they get to the empty spots, that's when they say, this must be God. When they can't answer the questions. But they're answers. And I don't know, I just brought that up because if you have ancestors, you should always honor them. The people that like to do blah, 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 I love, blah, blah, people that like to do that all the time, then maybe it's good and safe for you to say, I love my ancestors. I love the people that, or I can't do that because God wouldn't want me to do. The church says it's a damnation thing, a hell thing. It's amazing. But science has answers, and they seek the answers all the time. And I guess that's how I think. I think all the time. I'm seeking, I'm reading when I have time. Because I got to write today. I got a promise about this book, and it's going to happen. So I got to sit here and do it. You know, I got a couple I started, and I didn't even finish them. I don't know if that's a characteristic of a writer or not. But you know, our ancestors, the black ancestors, were so beautiful and great that it's a shame that other cultures, mostly European, came down and messed us up big time and took the knowledge. That was worse. I'd rather for you to blow my head off. But then, like I said earlier, when the Haitians massacre, when that went on, when they came here, the French wanted to take over and they dropped dead, and the black people dropped, that was a most favorable thing. I wish we could do that now. You know, that's just how I'm, that type of black person. You know, I wish that we could do something to help ourselves right now. Haiti did something, and it is poor and it's dirt and it has nothing. But and it was had all of that happening to it a number of years ago, and people took all the money to help them. So it seems as though people say it's a curse. It's a curse. No, you are cursed because you were a slave, and you allow it till this day. You allow slavery to consume you. Haiti was powerful to me, and that is what we got to think of it. And it was the spirit that did it. It wasn't a war of guns. So just because you get a lot of guns, or some group of people have guns and bombs and stuff, that they would win a real war, a spiritual war, and they wouldn't. And all of it would be karma. All of it. Can it be done? Haiti proved that it could. Not one gun. I saw a picture of it, and they had guns all over the place. That was a lie. They got sick and died. Or everybody was just sick like a disease. And then there were some that it didn't even touch. So you have to really believe, kind of look out of diseases and stuff like that, whether it's somebody's wish that it happened that way. There's someone cursed, but they have the Illuminati, and everybody has taken something from that spiritual, our spirituality, and took each one and made it evil, and put it on the movie screen to be evil. Voodoo is evil. They made it to be evil, and Illuminati. All of those symbols and stuff like you saw are are symbols from, I saw one on the crown, that little thing that I have on that looks like a bird. That was on an African crown. So they've stole the spirituality and made it evil when it was powerful and good. And it would be good for you, so they had to get it away from you. And they put you into the Christian, and the Christian, to me, has not served you well, because it's made people think horribly, black people. I really think it's separated the real church back when our great-grandmothers or our grandmothers, our great-grandmothers, those people, those churches used to send people to school, and they were just good in the community. People weren't hungry and all that kind of stuff. And I just, as a black person, I had went through a homeless thing, and I didn't have nobody. And none of these old relatives that wouldn't even like or comment would dare to help me at that particular time. But you know what? I have to say this. There's very few homeless Mexicans. They come here with nothing, but their family will take them in no matter what. I didn't have that, and I had to grow. Good thing I did, because I'm strong as an ox now. Shit. I'm so happy, like I said, I'm here. Shit, it's a lot of y'all working for these 9 to 5s that you can have a little house and all of that. Ain't happy worth a 2 cents. You didn't do what you wanted to do with your life. I did what I wanted to do with my life. That's what makes it fulfilling and happy and good. So that's what I was talking about. Haiti is my bomb. I always cheer them on. And my great-great-grandmother was Haitian. And I am so proud of them. But they did take our spirituality. They took it. Made it evil. They got it all in Illuminati. Look up some of those symbols, although you may not find those symbols now in an African crown. They might slip up, but they've stolen everything about Africa, about everything that's positive, what we've invented. They done took all that out of reading. They don't want the young people to know it. And when they go to college, they don't learn. Believe me. That cinema program I was in, I was like, I needed to accomplish something else. The reason why I went to school. Because I've had many mentors being in theater and all that, but I have none coming out of there. Oh, that's nothing about black people at all. Not one iota. And then as I read, I see there's a lot of black female directors. We don't even know none of those. So it was a bad school. Don't send your kids there if you're black. Okay? Because it's a waste of time. You must know your history. You must know something about yourself to make it in this world. Because then you'll end up with somebody else's. And then your mind, you end up being somebody else. And then you can't be yourself. And that's worse than jail. Being encaged. So that was the point of the whole blog, is that no matter what, remember your history. Don't believe everything you read. Everything you read is not good. Wikipedia, just so that you know, do not ever look on Wikipedia. Try to change a word in Wikipedia and see. Make a whole sentence up and add the sentence to Wikipedia, okay? And then you let me know on my comment. It changes. You can change Wikipedia. So Don't believe Wikipedia. When I was in school and I had to do research, I would never go to Wikipedia. The teachers, professors, whatever you want to call them, would always advise you not to go to Wikipedia or write your paper by looking at Wikipedia. That's why, because you can change things. So try it. You'll see the blue letters. Click on that. It'll say edit. Where it says edit, put your own words in. Okay? I'm just trying to bring you up. All right. Okay, this is it. This is a long time. Talk to you soon, and hopefully you'll have a good day, because I'm not coming back today. I got a lot to do. Bye for now. Ashe.